Hello and welcome back to another daily cribbage. We are against MSP 2174 and we get the low cut, which means that we can keep a double run. It looks very strong. I don't see anything else. I mean, the other thing is we could keep the 5 in the double run in order to get an extra 2 points, but it doesn't seem worth it. And look at that, 3 gives us 17 points. Very nice. We're going to lead the 4. And the idea is that if our opponent makes it we go 4 there, so that if our opponent plays another 10, then we can play the 3. And then if our opponent says go, we can pair the 3. And we can get ourselves extra 2 points on the play. And by extra 2 points, we do give up 1 point because we miss out going last at the end. This one, so this is, I guess, a flush. We keep us, the flush improves a lot on the 10s. We're never really throwing away 5, 7 here. The only other thing to think about is whether we want to keep 4 points the other way, and I think we do. I'm just going to go this way. And it turns out that that was a good choice. We'll go up to 17 now. And what is this? 8 jack from our opponent. Do they have a 9, 10? No, they've got double queen, so the 5 on top is pretty good for them. And ace, double, 4, 7 in the crib. Looking good. What's this? 5 with a whole lot of 10s. Nice and easy. Our position is currently excellent, so don't need to worry about it. They pair our 10, which is quite rare. There's only 1 10 left in the deck, so hopefully they don't have it. So opponent seems to be missing all of the points, so this is plain sailing. So what do we do in such positions when our opponent does miss? Well, the important thing is that we keep applying pressure and we just allow ourselves to stay in a good position. And usually the way that we want to achieve that is to avoid getting into any kind of strange tactical plays where our opponent might be able to triple us or opponent gets some long runs on the play. We want them to achieve their averages just as normal. We might come back to that hand because my 10 jack throwaway there might not have been right. I think actually this one might be 8, 10 because the queens are really good. And the 9s are also good in the crib with... the 9s are good in the crib when we throw away 8, 10. We get 2 points because we had the pair of kings at the end. Opponent gets 8 points. I was going to say they were catching up a little bit, but actually our hand in crib turned out to be very fine, so we stay ahead. And I think I like keeping 9 king here. This hand I think always improves, so this is good. We'll lead the 3. If this gets paired, then we're in a slight bit of trouble. We'll go up to 17. And we get to play the 4. And we're faking the flush. Okay. So 93 plays 59. We are about almost 40 points ahead. We're over 30 points ahead. We're thinking about the skunk. Thinking quite heavily that the skunk is on, so How do we make that happen? Well, if we want to ensure that we get the skunk, then we want to make sure that we are at least 30 points ahead, and we want to help that by making our position as good as possible. So we are at 97 now, we get our 8-point hand, we get no points in the crit, which is a bit of a shame, but we're still in a good position here and this hand, I don't think we're going to go out with this hand, but the flush, keeping some of this run, is really nice. We've got 9 points in hand, we'll lead the 9. Expect our opponent has a lot of 10s, so go 9, 10. And I think we're giving up some points now, which is a shame. 3-3 ace. Unfortunate for my opponent, they couldn't get a 9 in order to make the most of that 3-3. Or a 2, I think 2 would have been excellent there. And now we want to try and go out now, if possible, just in case our opponent has a 16-point hand. And if our opponent does have a 16-point hand, how does that work? Well, it might be a quadruple run. So quadruple run involving 8s and things. So I'm quite tempted to keep an 8, but I don't think I can do that actually. So I'm gonna, and we'll play very chaotically. We want to get the skunk, so and then that's the game with the run of 4. Yeah, so we don't actually mind giving up a lot of points in that position because we're going to go out before our opponent gets to score their hand. So we traded a little bit at the end. Our opponent probably did get a few points on the play there, but overall, the thing that really kept us ahead was the huge hands. So let's go back to that previous decision. And this is that hand. In this position, I kept the ace 4-4 jack, and I kept the jack of diamonds, I believe, which is wrong on many levels, I think. So with fresh eyes, it's actually very refreshing to see this hand, because when I look at it now, I can see that if I keep ace 4 jack jack, I get to throw away 4-10 instead of 10 jack, which is much nicer. And I can also see that if I wanted to throw away 10 jack, I should probably throw away the 10 jack both of diamonds, because there are fewer diamonds left in the deck, so the jack of diamonds is worth slightly less. Of course, you've got to think about all the other factors, so some people might be worried that we're throwing away jack 10 of diamonds, so there's a chance that the crib will be flush. But that probability is so low that if it does happen, then, and also the other thing is, if it does happen, we're still so far ahead, the scores are 55-22, doesn't really make much of a difference. So maybe overall this analysis is slightly moot. We are 33 points ahead here. Our opponent is nowhere near making it to their milestone. We are already past that milestone, looking for the next one. So this one should be a nice, easy throwaway of a 4 of spades, 10 of diamonds. And we throw away 4 of spades over the 4 of hearts, because we get to keep ace of hearts, 4 of hearts. And there's more of a chance of us faking the flush that way. And we can probably lead the 4 of hearts, because because we block the 4s, that means our opponent is less likely to pair them. So I think that was a nice easy game for us today. Nothing too crazy. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.